Cinema Classics is brought to you by the Gateway Film Center, 1550 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. Further details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.com.
The award-winning Cinema Classics is produced by John DeSando and Johnny DiLoretto. Listen to the shows online at WCBE.org and like us on Facebook. I'm Johnny DiLoretto.
I'm John DeSando.
And this is Cinema Classics.
And we're right here at the Gateway Film Center,
as usual.
And what better place to be as we announce
the launching of a film course taught by yours.
Right here.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the stars.
The both of us. Well, you're an actual educator, and we've both been film critics for a long time.
Yes.
I was a film studies student, graduated from OSU.
Sounds like a bargain to me.
Yeah. This is a really great opportunity as the Gateway Film Center has become a nonprofit organization. We have begun to invest in educational programming. This is our first foray into that.
Wow.
So we're going to be teaching a course called How to See Movies.
Right. First it starts with film is cool.
Yeah, film is cool.
Right. And
how to see movies. And basically, you know, John, critics, you and I, we've built a show around talking about film. So often people, you know, it's the most popular art form probably in the last 150 years, right?
In the history of civilization, there's never been a more powerful one.
Yeah. Okay. And so, given how the access people have to it, and given how much money people spend on it, and how much energy they put into it, so few people have the tools to really articulate why they do or do not like a film. So many conversations with people end with, "Oh yeah, I really like that film," or "That was really hilarious,"
right?
Or
"You got to see it, man.
That sucked." Right. Well, you got to see it.
Well, why?
Why? And
that's right.
So this class is it's a very accessible course. It's really just designed to help the movie fan, the common movie fan, begin to talk more about what it is they do or do not like about what they've seen.
Look, this is a film appreciation class. Some people would call it Film 101. Mm-hmm. We call it an easygoing film class because I'm going to tell you, there are no papers unless you want to write them, and we'll read them if you want, and there are no grades. But we have about 5 films that we really think people should see because we're going to discuss them in class. They're classic films.
Right.
And we're going to look at what makes them good.
So tell everybody what the films are.
All right, we're starting with Casablanca, The Graduate, Chinatown, Jaws, and Citizen Kane.
Right.
All right. Now you can't get better than that.
No, you can't. And we'll use these films to talk about things like theme, cinematography, directing style, right?
Oh yeah.
Acting.
And then we'll put it all together. We'll actually talk about how you can write good film criticism, give them a chance to put something on IMDb if they want, as critics. But most of all, it's that you see a film as you hadn't seen it before. And you want to know something, even filmmakers would enjoy our class because everybody will be participating. There'll be insights into a movie. Johnny and I will take scenes from these movies.
Yes, and break them down.
We'll break them down.
Now, here's something that there's an analogy I always use when people, you know, dismiss criticism or you don't. I always hate getting in a conversation with somebody that says you're thinking too much about it. I never like that's just a conversation stopper. If you're not interested in thinking, I'm really not interested in talking. So, you know, one of the things that happens when you watch a lot of films, and so many people do, and a lot of the people that come here specifically to see movies at the Gateway Film Center do see a lot of film. Once you enter that realm, it's like, this is my analogy, it's like pasta sauce. It's like a marinara, right? If you would eat marinara every day, you would soon become an expert on marinara. Now, you have to actually learn what goes into the sauce, the preparation, what the battuto is. Yes. The battuto, which is the carrot, onion, celery mixture that you put into the olive oil at first, the heat of the olive oil, at what point do you add the tomatoes and the salt and pepper and the oregano and all that stuff, and so on and so forth. And when you eat something all the time, you become a sort of expert on it. Or at least, if not an expert, you become someone who can articulate what's missing in this sauce. Why is this sauce great? Why is this one not so great? And that's really what we want to get at with the film.
if you're looking at a film with us and in an entire class, we will show to all of us, each one of us participating, what's happening up on that screen, and for many people, what they missed. In other words, we're talking about the highest, or at least the most powerful art form. This is art. You don't just digest it and leave it go.
And that's a great point, because so many people mistake film going for a passive experience. They think that you're just supposed to sit back in your seat and let the movie play before you, play to you, and just pass you by. It's temporal, it starts and it finishes, it starts and it ends without you having any control over it, unless you're watching it on DVD. Film is not passive. Film is demanding as much from you as any book. You have to rise up out of your seat and meet the screen halfway. You have to meet the images. You have to see what's happening, what the shot composition is, what the director is showing you. Don't just look in the middle of the screen, look in the corners of the screen.
Exactly.
Seek out meaning, right? We will help you get the most out of the movies that you want to see.
We will start, in many cases, with the credits rolling and show what a great director is doing even while, for instance, the titles are rolling. We will show you that a great director doesn't waste a frame or a sound. And this is all a matter of, for me, organic unity.
Yeah.
Does everything relate to theme, ideas, central ideas? Yes, we will show you that. We will even take, as Johnny was alluding to, a portion of that frame and show what maybe you missed that the director put in. I'm telling you, there's a painting at the top of the stairs in The Graduate that you could pass by and you could miss.
It's a clown, right?
Yes, and we'll go
See,
back
I didn't
to
miss it.
I know, you didn't, but I know everybody else did. So anyway.
I've just heard you talk about it.
There's so much fun to be had, and by the time we get to Citizen Kane in the end, people will be ready to look at what may be, like film, the most influential movie ever made.
Yeah. Yes, that movie has topped so many greatest films ever made lists, much to the consternation and confusion of many a film fan who don't understand why that is.
Or to those who love The Godfather and want it to become top on the American Film Institute list.
Well, you know, one might argue that you couldn't have The Godfather without Citizen Kane.
Oh, good.
I don't know how I could make that connection, but if you gave me an extra 5 minutes, I probably could do it. But my point is that I was watching Citizen Kane, brushing up for our class, and it's been a few years since I've seen it, and I was astonished at what was happening on screen with that movie. It is so dense, it is so alive, it is so fraught with passion and directorial verve. I mean, there's so much going on there that it'll be really fun to unpack that for a classroom full of eager film lovers.
He's a young man in his mid-20s, Orson Welles.
Mm-hmm.
He essentially doesn't have anything to lose. He's trying everything because he's a genius from theater.
But he's also not just trying it, John. He's employing it.
I know.
He's employing it. There's a frightening assuredness to what he's doing.
There is.
Like his confidence on screen is, and not just when he's physically on screen, but his confidence with what he's doing with the actors in the frame and where the camera is and how it's moving. Everything screams, I know what I'm doing, and it's great.
And why not? He hired the greatest cinematographer in Hollywood, Greg Toland.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody knew that he was the greatest cinematographer at that time. He quickly became considered the greatest cinematographer after Citizen Kane. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is not going to be scholarly. It is going to be accessible, and we'll be there, and we'll be talking to you, and we'll encourage you talking back at us.
Now, how are they going to register, John? Look, it's every Wednesday in June, 6:30 to 8:30.
Very affordable. Go to the website, gatewayfilmcenter.com, and you can click on the education tab and it'll walk you through the steps.
If you're a Gateway Film Center member,
GFC member,
you get a special break.
Yep.
And we will also have available the DVDs if you don't have them yourself. In other words, we're taking care of everything as long as you engage with us, and it'll be a great evening.
Yeah.